the reason why. What exactly is AWS?
Okay. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services.
Amazon
Web Services.
Web Services.
Yeah, so it's a subsidiary of Amazon, the Amazon where you buy stuff. So they have a particular part of their business that deals with computing resources. So for things like you want to get spaces on, you want to get server spaces, computing resources to host your stuff, you can get access to resources online. So they have like a provision, they have server farms and all those infrastructure that you can use to build your businesses, and that is what they do at AWS. That's what it's about.
Okay, now we heard that you. Okay, before I ask you another questions, I would like to ask to what Omokola has just said now as regards to the meaning of AWS.
Yeah, the meaning of AWS is Amazon Web Services. When we talk about cloud computing, cloud services providers around the world, AWS is a renowned cloud service provider. In cloud computing, they offer IT resources. They sell IT resources over the internet to people for use like servers, storage, and databases. And, and we have different types, different companies that offer the same cloud services. We have Google, we have IBM, we have other cloud providers, but AWS is a renowned cloud providers, and that's what we do.
Okay, now apart from these services you just mentioned, is there any other thing that AWS has in them? Oh,
That embarks on it's the aim of the company, the reason why they established the subsidiary, which is Amazon Web Services,
okay,
is to offer IT resources.
okay,
When we talk about cloud computing is the on-demand delivery of IT resources over the internet. The closest example is in the past, you use memory card, right? Yes.
I use memory
You
card.
use
That
memory
is
card.
what we use in the past.
Yeah. What does memory card do? You save things on your memory
There's a
card,
copy,
a
there's
copy and
yes.
everything, so that when you sell your phone, you still have a copy of all your files and
Yes.
pictures
On
on the
memory
memory
card,
card
yes.
that you can use on the new phone,
Yes.
right? So now, in the concept of cloud computing, you can save things on the internet. Let's say, for example, do you use Google Drive?
Yes.
Yeah. If you have a Gmail account, you
Okay.
can save your files on Google
On
Drive
my okay.
instead of buying a memory card that
Okay.
will use physically. So
Okay.
you will just save your files, your pictures, everything on that Google Drive,
Okay.
and it will be there.
Okay.
You are not saving things on the internet.
Okay.
Rather, you are using some kind of hard drive, some kind of storage services stored in its data centers, stored in its servers, and you are using those files to
a conference, putting together a conference that will cater to the need that we've identified in our community to get more people embedded into the technology space, most especially the cloud computing space, because it's a change in the way we deploy and host applications online. So we have a symposium coming on Saturday on the 13th, and we've been really putting publicity out. And we felt it was also nice to reach out to the general public.
Okay, through these medium.
Yeah, so through the FM, which actually is a partner. We partnered with you guys as well. I don't know if
Of course.
yeah. So we partnered with you guys, and one of the things is we said, okay, why not reach out to the general public? And aside from getting across to students, we could also get across to the general public. Your kids out there, wherever you are interested in cloud computing, Saturday we have a conference that is meant to be the most basic form of what exactly is cloud computing, how can you get into cloud computing, how can you start putting yourself into that system right from now. So it's more like saying you guys will come on Saturday to check University of Illinois Auditorium. We're starting by 10 a.m. and we can come and learn about cloud computing, because we brought speakers. We brought speakers from Lagos. We have people speaking from Texas. We have people speaking from some people from California. I think some other people from all over the world. We have people come from Lagos. We have people right here in Ilorin that are into tech that we want to come and share.
Tech,
yeah, they're in the tech space. Yes, so they want to come and share their experience and what they would want to see going forward to change. So that's the major reason why you're here, to more like do advocacy and invite you guys to come on Saturday.
Okay, now when is the venue of the programs and the time so that for people to, and is it going to be free? So what members to know?
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be free. They will know, and it's going to be free.
All right. The event is free, and it is meant to run for entirety of Saturday. It's a long. We're going to aside from just saying these things, we also want to like show people. So there's going to be a workshop where you can get hands-on, and it is meant to be for people that are actually absolute beginners, right? We're going from beginners towards mid-level. So if you don't know anything about tech, one, if you don't know anything about cloud computing, two.
Because I wanted to ask you, what is the difference between, well, I've heard you mentioning tech and cloud computing.
Okay, yeah. So cloud when I say tech, actually, I'm talking about all things in tech.
Technology.
Yes, but the reason why we're here today is to specifically talk about cloud computing as AWS is in use in that. But we're focusing more on the idea that you want to learn how to be a cloud engineer, right? So that is one of the things we're focusing on today. And today the conference is going to be really. We have several items planned out that will really be beneficial to people, and we have workshops, we have speaker sessions, we have
Saturday.
The Saturday, yes.
Okay.
We have panel sessions, and we also have like things like games where you could win vouchers to take exams that would actually cost you close to 200,000 naira also. But of course, for you to win these things, you need to do something, which is bring yourself to the events and also participate in the games we're having. So that is it. That is literally the rundown of what are the most important things that you could watch out for at the event.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, now let's move to before any other thing you want to say with regards to forthcoming.
Yeah, I think we forgot to mention the.
That is what I'm asking.
Yeah,
I know that.
The event we hold the event at the University of Illinois Auditorium, and as we have already said, the event is going to span for the whole day, but we're actually starting by 10 a.m. and we have many sections, keynote sections, workshops, speakers, and all other stuff like games where you can win vouchers, you can win cash prizes and all that. So
okay, now, Captain Joshua, there's this question I want to ask you before we go for a short break. And in case if people want to be part of the organization, we're still going to open the studio line for them. This is 24th centuries. What is your message? Don't let me put the word message. It's every day, see many Nigerians, mostly youth, looking for white collar job after their graduations. Do you think we need that? With these 8 years of cloud computer programs we're talking about, do you think with these programs can one self-independent without looking for any white collar job?
Okay, so I could give you, but I'll give you myself
Okay.
as an example, so you can see somebody that actually. I did some things last night, and right from the space of my room, I have contributed to efforts that are globally being impactful. I work for a company that I won't say in a particular place because they are distributed, so they are pretty different. So I've been a Web3 network, I've been a blockchain network. I work for Web3, I do dev work for them. And right from the space of my room, I am contributing to things that I it wasn't possible like a while ago. If I could sit down in an office, it's not bad to sit down in an office. It's not meant for everybody. I always say that because you need to recognize your strength and what makes you happy. But sometimes people just you need to taste it to know you don't want it. Sometimes you could give yourself excuses and say things like that. But to answer that question of this 21st century and what these
Searching
things
for what other jobs.
for our color jobs, I think that the world has changed so much that a number of things that were not possible before are now possible, and I most especially in the area of delivery of services, right? So before, right now, some people do have radio. This radio thing we're having
Is
now.
at all,
There are
yeah.
ways they say it up that I don't need to come here,
Mm.
right? No, I'm not saying that people can call in. I mean, but there are ways they say it up that we have virtual booths
Mm.
that people can
Different
places, and we all have the same.
conversation.
Yeah, you can have your radio host somewhere in Namibia, right?
No,
And you guys are not
together.
having any issues with sound or internet, anything. You are
Still be
connecting.
communicating.
Everybody thinks you're in the same place. That's how crazy the world has gone today. And it's sometimes very important to tap into these resources because the future is moving away from these jobs that you just said. Yeah, you said white collar jobs. I don't know. I've not really used that, but I don't think I like.
Okay.
Yeah. So the future is moving away from these things, and the earlier that you buy into these things, the more valuable you make yourself for the future of work. The future of work is going to be heavily computerized.
The future of work.
Yes, it's going to be heavily computerized.
And
And
is this going to be part of what you're going to teach on Saturday?
honestly, one of the things that powers that is cloud computing. That's the truth. One of the things that powers that is cloud computing because we used to the way we deliver our application services in the traditional means earlier was you build your applications and then you deploy them online and then you have to worry about the servers yourself, the infrastructures and things. But now cloud computing is saying that if I need a PC with whatever amount of RAM, I need to just go to my system and type and just say and pay, and boom, I get everything provisioned and given to me.
Right in the corner.
Right in my room, I can take control of a computer that is worth millions somewhere else in the world without leaving my room, and I can whatever resources is providing
At home.
And that is what these big companies are using, because when you're talking about Fortune 50 companies, Fortune 500 companies, you cannot be running your applications and worrying about lights and something. There are some things that there are certain times where you need to be very concerned about your own infrastructure, right? Because maybe you need some particular files of privacy and all. That's where blockchain is coming up, right? Anyways, but cloud computing is giving the ability to get these things right from the corner of your room, and you can scale. You know the idea of pay as you go, where where you as the more you use the service, the more they charge you because you are using the charge based on what you've used, right? Cloud computing also gives you that. The more you use the services, the more you need resources. It scales as much as your demand scales. So you build an application that is going to run online. You have 50 people coming to the website, right? When you get to 60 people, instead of worrying about I can't accommodate 50 people,
yes.
the thing automatically scales to accommodate the new 10 people that
with the latest
visitors to your website. Automatically, without you doing anything, it just charges you for the new 10. But you don't have to worry about monitoring these things. Oh, I have new 10 people. You just chill, and then but it's money though, but it scales with you. So it's elastic. It scales, and that's what cloud computing gives you. It's so powerful, and it's not new, mind you. It's a technology that I feel we should all get into and learn because it's in demand. Every company in the world is looking to move towards the cloud at some point because it makes sense to just be in a place where you can leave off some of your requirements, leave off some of your concerns to certain people that are always reliable and promise you 99.9% reliability and worry about your business.
Before you go on, you said every country in the world moves towards
the cloud.
the cloud now. It's like you're part of this country you're talking about.
Yeah.
Even Unidori.
Do you know how many startups pop up every day? So as we're talking like this, I'm very sure, like, I know 10 people that are building startups, and they are all going on the cloud. So for example, there's Malab. Malab is one of the hubs in Kwara State. They're a partner to this program. And while I was there, they have a workspace. While I was there on Malab the other day, I saw a number of people trying to buy EC2 instances. They're trying to provision some instances for them to deploy their applications. Right there in my front. They don't know where I was, but I saw them and I was like, oh, you see, that's how crazy it is.
Okay, now I still have more questions to ask you because we've just spent 29 minutes to go. But let's still talk about the programs because I believe that is the main reason why you're here. You said the program is coming out, more workshop on Saturday.
Yeah.
Beginning at 10 o'clock. University of Ilorin Auditorium.
Yeah, auditorium.
10 a.m. till
10 a.m. till Mama calls out to what I don't. We the schedule is gone by it's for 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
But we are
and you said it will attract
scale up.
you said it will attract
my
gift.
Yes.
Oh,
I think I also said about
yes. Okay.
Free.
It's
The
free.
gifts are free. It's called gifts. I guess it should be free.
No, not the gift I'm talking about.
The
Entering,
event.
Oh yeah, the event is free. The event's free. Okay, so I'm going to state vocally now, equivocally without minting what the event is free. If you are coming, all you need to come with is probably bring your PC and come with. I love when I go to events and I'm already prepared, like what to tell people when I meet new people. These are opportunities to meet people that you might not see normally on the streets. We're bringing people. We're bringing somebody that is when you are dealing with politicians now, the president is at the top of the food chain.
Sure.
When you're dealing with AWS in Nigeria,
Okay.
we are bringing the top person on the apex, the food chain. I don't say his name, but we are bringing him down here.
No, a professional and expert.
He's an expert,
Okay.
right? It's only called. It's an AWS hero, right?
You know
AWS
what's
also
called
recognizes
a
him,
hero.
right? So we're bringing him down here, and this is not somebody that you would see on a normal day. And when I say he's not proud, he's humble, but sometimes having access is creating time in his busy schedule to come down here. You want to have like introductions to give them. So come with something that you can tell people, this is what I do, this is what I'm interested in. How can I bring your value to you, and how can we form a network? How can I be connected to you? Come with that. There are gifts that we're going to give out to people, especially access to courses that are crazily expensive. Yes, it's expensive. I'm not going to say it's not, that it's expensive. But if you participate in games that will be running, if we're gonna do some raffle draws, we're gonna do there's going to be food. In fact, I'm going to say it now, there's going to be breakfast. Like for the first 50 people that comes to the event early enough to join the event before we start, maybe we're starting by 10, so if you come around at 9:30, yes, fasting, something before we launch everything. The first 50 people, we have something snacks on it. But we believe that some of them might have sacrificed their breakfast, but we have something like a breakfast dinner, a breakfast and snack for them. Something light to keep you energized to the main lunch. Right? The main lunch now, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the main lunch. And then we have like workshop sessions that will go. We have games, we have swags, we have merch. You want to wear merch is one thing. So this is a merch. Yeah, so this is a merch. We have we have shirts.
We have this.
Yeah, we also have other things that would be exciting. But more importantly, aside from all these side distractions and attractions, the knowledge that you're getting is the most important thing. So while you're coming to meet people, while you're coming to network, while you're coming to
bring your notes,
while you're doing all these things, get yourself ready to listen and to act on the information you're getting.
I think that's very lovely information there. Let's quickly go on a short break, then when we come back we will continue. Please, members, the program is still Table Talk, coming to you live from University of Ilorin, 89.3 FM. I'll be right back.
I'm really my best.
Okay, I'm live there.
I'm live here.
Okay.
You're supposed to Slack.
Yeah, I posted
the link
immediately.
So, I think
like post again, like the pictures now.
Is there any other thing?
Yeah,
take a picture.
Is there any other thing you want questions you want me to
ask? If you capture him from his back, yeah, so taking the tour. So look as if you're serious.
Is there any other questions you want me to Or any other thing you want us to say?
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
I thought of something like
What are
why
cloud
students
Okay.
should key in of
Okay.
this opportunity. That reason. That is the
Okay.
most
Okay.
important
Good.
thing.
Good. Okay.
Why students should key in? Because
Okay.
they are
Okay.
still going through the academic stuff
Sure.
and
And
stuff.
you expect them
And
to come. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
It's still going to be part of the question.
Yes, yes. That is
Don't take pictures of me.
yeah,
He's giving to post.
Bobo? Brother, come inside.
Okay. I also want to. So there's something called. While we are here, we are on something called the cloud tour.
Cloud.
Tour. Like when you tour cities, touring. When you tour.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so yesterday we went to secondary schools around
The
Kwara
cloud
State.
store.
The cloud tour.
Okay,
That is
okay.
the cloud tour.
Okay.
So yesterday we went to secondary schools around Kwara State to talk about cloud computing to secondary schools.
Okay.
So I will
What
want you
is
to.
this cloud store?
Cloud tour is like we going. That is one of the reasons why we're
Okay.
here.
Okay. Okay. I know. It's question I'll ask.
Yeah. So
I'll
what's
tell
this?
you what is cloud.
You mentioned something about the cloud tour. Can you tell me more about it?
More
So I feel
about
that is more. Yeah.
Okay, that is when you will now be saying, okay,
Oh yeah, the cloud
what-
tour.
Okay.
And I'll start.
So that's two questions now. The reason why you
Students should
students should key in
into
into
this,
this program.
and then the cloud tour, and then the community of cloud club in the cloud club community in Warren. Then we can also do
We are going back now. Student line. Right, so glad to have you back on 89.3 FM, your better by far radio station. The program is still Table Talk coming to you live from your number one campus radio station in the state of Kwara State. Then today, with me in the studio, the captain Joshua. University of Ilorin, and also one of our students, 200 level student of Akadi, is Captain Akadi or Lali Kanataki. Then with us in the studios, part of the entourage, I have Jami of the Latif, known as Last Coat, and also your Covenant is also here live with me in the studio. So we've been talking about a program that is coming up on Saturday, so between 10 o'clock till evening.
4 p.m. I guess.
To 4 p.m. Okay, to 4 p.m. And you guys were talking about techs and members of the public, both the student and members outside school campus are all invited. And you said, if I can get it clearly, you said the program will attract, let me see, gifts and lunch and the likes.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
okay. Before
Vouchers.
we have just 25 minutes to go, and I still have more questions to ask. There's this question I want to ask you. Why do you think students need to take part in these programs? Why do you think students of the Better by Far Investor, or let me use the word student in general, needs to be part of this program?
Okay. When I was starting my tech journey, one thing I realized is that sometimes you need to find ways to separate yourself from the multitude of people doing things to stand out. And a lot of things I'm saying is going to be personal because this is a passion for me, right? And how do you stand out? One of the ways you can stand out is by looking into things that not everybody looks into, right? People are in tech, and I can say it right outrightly that if you go on Twitter right now, the horde. Even there was a spike one time. Everybody wanted to do UI design. Everybody was doing design, product design. Yeah, it's cool. Find your foot and just start. I say just start. However, when you're starting, sometimes you could also have you could also do a little bit of research to see how can you differentiate yourself while you're learning those things you're learning to easily get yourself to scale faster. And that's one of the reasons why we have the Cloud Club in the University of Ilorin. Cloud computing is something that I believe that if you are looking into tech and you are trying to figure out where to pick it from, you could also look into cloud computing, cloud engineering, because it's not something that is well spoken of. It's not something that right now it is getting better, but there was a time it was not as good as it is right now. So I'm going to students basically You can ask any random student on the street. I'm sure most of them will know what is cloud computing, what's all this thing they're talking
Yes,
about.
yes.
So we having the opportunity to hear about this thing here is going to be an opportunity to be part of the 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 new age, the future of things, and it's really a great opportunity that I feel if you can seize it right now, you could scale faster.
I believe it's not that damage to the job.
Sir?
You said each student can use this opportunity now. I said that it's going to help them in their speaking.
Yeah, it's going to help them.
It's
Okay,
not,
now
it's
let
going
me
to-
throw the questions to you now. I want to ask a bit now. Why do you think a student needs to kill into this program?
Okay, I'm a student.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm asking you. Why do you think you need it?
I'm a student, and I have a full-time job.
You have a full-time.
Full-time job,
How?
and I'm still a student. So that's one of the reasons why you have to get your hands on tech. Because you don't need to be a graduate before you get a job, before you help yourself, before you help your family. Like you can sit in the comfort of your home, working, even in class, just do your task and get paid at the end of the month. So right now, your certificate is not enough to get you a job. You have to get your hands on cutting edge skills that are sellable in the world right now. Our HOD was when we are admitted, the first orientation was that you students, you have to get yourself valuable skills, valuable certifications, because many people have that you have. They've graduated years back, 5, 10, 15, and they are still on the streets
Searching for a job.
Some are.
Is it because many of these people are searching for white collar job? That's why they are needing to
No, it's not.
get a job or what?
Okay, yeah, white collar jobs are jobs that you do, like the wage jobs are done. You go to offices and you
Yeah, they come back home. do
I feel
stuff.
work. It's almost a natural drive. You come to school. That's what's expected of you. When we started going to school, we did not really have control of our lives.
Yes.
Primary school, secondary school, university, and then you look for jobs. That's the way things. And a lot of people are still in that motion. That's the motion. That is the next thing to do. Some people have been able to understand that they need to take more control of that list and either find ways to stand out or learn skills that are in demand. The world is going. Sorry. The world is going in line with the future that computing is going to be a big part of our future. So if you can learn skills today that accentuates and makes you different and makes you provide
Just add to what you
exactly
What you are learning in
are
school.
learning,
Yeah.
have on ground.
yes,
Okay.
there is no field in this world that technology cannot accentuate. It cannot elevate the way you offer these things. Tell me one. History.
History, there's tech.
Let me give you
How?
We have ed tech. We have different types of tech. Yeah. Telecommunication, MTN, tech, we have tech. We have in management,
You wanted to-
architecture,
okay.
we have tech.
Let me just ask. You wanted to talk about, you said history.
Yeah, history.
Okay, I want
Okay,
to
let me give you an example.
light
All
on
right,
it.
history. Now, you see, when we talk about history, we're talking about the recollection of events that have happened previously.
Yeah.
How would you do that if you're not using a computer or something?
Yes.
Well, you could write on paper and store in books, but trust me, books get eaten by termites and books get
Rodent and the like.
yeah, they get rodents. But data, all you need to worry about is isn't it a safe place? And you just plug it into your PC or whatever, and 10 years you get the exact copy you had 20 years ago. Not a copy that you now need to start using magnifier to see on a book or something. You get the exact thing you saved. Now, history, compare that with AI, compare that with some other new technologies, compare that with the blockchain. See, there's several things that you could have bring on to be historical and the history aspects. You see, that's just one of the most few that we are like, what is history? Languages, right? Right now we have apps where you can learn. I can download an app right now, and in the next 2-3 months I'll be able to speak some form of Spanish.
Now, there's this question I would ask.
All right, good.
This, what's make me ask you this question is because of what you said that with this 24th century we find ourselves, it is expected of anyone to add knowledge of tech into one is doing. But is it that now the question is this? Not only in Nigeria, globally now, you see many youth engage in cyber crimes and the likes.
Yeah.
What would you like to see on this? Is it because, do we say because many of these youth have the knowledge of computer or technology and the like? So what would you like to see on this? Do you think this is helping the society?
Okay, crime in whatever form does not help the society. Does not help anybody. The one there's the collective influence and it's also the individual influence, right? So collective influence is the way as a Nigerian, you can walk into airports in the world. People will still feel like I need to be careful around this guy because there's a way we've been viewed, and yeah, it's a collective thing. It affects everybody. We are not trusted. You see, you look at me and say, "You're Nigerian." There's a way. There's this sort of okay. You're Nigerian, good. Now I need to be careful.
Apply for job safe.
I need to be careful. If you apply for jobs as well, once they see that you're in Nigeria, or that it could be affecting other people, but I'm talking because I'm a Nigerian. This is what I've seen. Like once you give them that information that you stay in Nigeria, there is a way that they are careful when you start talking about money, and they're like, this guy is trying to. So there is the influence, or it has a collective over everybody, and there's the individual the effect on them themselves. You know, you get all the issue with affecting all the youth now. I can say it's even individual and also collective. I use a 13 Pro Max. If I walk in the street, there's a particular place in Ilorin. If I go there and they see me, they think they tag me as
probably
as a member of the Ozu Kingdom, right? So it's a collective thing also, and I feel like whatever form it comes, crime is also not just good, you know. So I feel now these things. Now people say, you're doing crime, you just moving. Yeah, what? It's not easy to do. There's this repetition.
The effort.
There's effort involved.
Effort.
The problem now is the direction of this effort. It takes consistency, it takes dedication, and it also takes patience. There are different forms because I used to do research on them. I used to wonder how this. I've asked questions.
It's not like they just open, they just go through.
It's not okay. There's people that had they had the traditional music. They plus it up. But I'm talking about people that actually just do hello.
Normal.
Yeah. Most of these things are done through conversations. They get somebody out there. There's a client that uses a WhatsApp thing or whatever. They start talking to the person. They make the person believe that they're either in love or they need money or they do something. And then there's this. It's communication skills that mostly. Imagine transferring those skills into things. It looks longer. It looks maybe they don't see because it's harder to spend money when you know how you operate. But from their own, it feels like it's easy. So that's why you see them splurging at clubs and all those things. So maybe that's what they see and they feel like, oh, this is what you guys do. Okay, time to scam. So no, it's never good.
No,
so,
as a text man now, what message would you like now to give to?
I'm going to say, hey guys, it's wonderful the work you're doing in the aspect of dedication and consistency and things. But you could also look into the light. And the light is take some of those skills you use. You know how to use computer, obviously. You know how to make some changes. The other things you could channel those energy and channel those skills into. That would also be something you could speak about. That you could walk out in public and say, "Hey guys, I did it."
I think let's leave that for that. I think we'll pass the message to members of the panel. Right, cool. Now let's come back to these programs we're talking about.
All right, cool.
We had I heard this morning that. There's this cloud tour that show.
Oh, the cloud tour.
Back tone. I think it was yesterday, probably during weekdays. Could you please tell us?
Okay, so we are planning for the symposium that is going to be happening this Saturday, and we felt during our brainstorming session, we are citizens of the world. We think about things, but we also look back. Right? When I was in secondary school, I was the computer guy. I was the guy you
can see now.
I was the computer guy. I was the guy you find in teachers' staff quarters trying to help them fix their phones. I was the one they call. Oh, my phone is not on. I was the guy
that how you make your this thing.
I was the guy that you see
at
secondary school. Yeah, secondary school. Yeah, and then during the primary school too, I was always the computer lab and all. So, one of the things I realized is nobody came around to talk about tech or anything to talk. Yes, that was a long time ago. It was not as blown out as now. There was not much publicity about it. But imagine somebody just came to my school and said, "Hey guys, there's something called coding, programming." With the way I was hungry then, the way I was passionate about sitting in front of a computer screen. I could stay in front of a computer screen the entire day and I would not remember I've eaten. So
because of the love
I had for it. So the idea is there are people like that, like me, probably today, and also if they're not like me, probably this is what they need. Why not go around secondary schools in Kwara State and talk about cloud computing in quotes and also tech in quotes to them? and we did that yesterday. And this is what we're also doing a cloud talk today. One of the reasons why we came here today, aside from the publicity and thing, is to also just like say, hey guys, there's something called cloud computing. You should also just Google it up and check it out. It's nice. So we went to cloud secondary schools. I went to my alma mater. My primary school was Flora. I went to Flora Secondary School, and I went there. They were so excited to have us. We spoke about tech. We spoke about computing, cloud computing. I met some people that already code. I met some people that do Arduino, IoT, and stuff. So it's just so fun to be around people that I could see myself in, and I could share these things that I wish I had got for them.
And so able to accept it.
Yeah, they accepted. They were acceptable. And we also went with one of our partners, sponsors. So one of the sponsors for our event on Saturday is Launcher Tech. So Launcher Tech is on a mission to get more females into tech because so the Launcher Tech is on a mission to get more females into tech, and the idea is they've recognized that even though people are going into tech, females are not often the most represented in tech. You could see a workspace and you have like tens, hundreds of people working. You can pick out females with skills there. So the idea is there is a non-governmental organization that's trying to get more females into tech.
Okay, we have just 2 minutes to go on the program. That I still want to ask you a question.
Oh, of course.
Yes, but probably, hopefully, next time when next you come, I'll love to host you the game because I like this conversation.
Cool.
Now, this question goes to the last question goes to Swiss. This is still all about Cloud Club community in Ilorin, Kwara State. Is this your club? Is it only in Ilorin, or Cloud Club community you're talking about? Is it only in Ilorin?
Okay, Cloud Club is a global effort by AWS. It's when they wanted to bring students together. So it's not only in Ilorin. There's a Cloud Club. That's even true. We are partnering with 2 other universities. There are Cloud Club in their universities, University of Uyo and also the Federal University of Technology Owerri. Right? They have Cloud Clubs and we're partnering with their captain and Usang and Chukure. So they're also part of this the program that we're trying to host on Saturday. So it's not a local thing. Cloud Club is a global effort with teams and clubs distributed around the world.
All right, thank you very much. I'm so happy to have you in our mix today. I've been speaking with Captain Joshua Omobola. He's a graduate of computer engineering. He's one of our alumni and also Air Captain Academy for Lalikan, 211 student of ICS, University of Ilorin. Then here with me in the studios, I think part of Joshua's interaction, I have a Jami Abdul Latif and also Ayo Covenant and then Abdul Mateen. Thank you so much for being part of our presentation today. Just to give the recap of what Joshua said, the program is coming up on Saturday, 10 o'clock in the morning. You tag the program as what?
The AWS Cloud Club Symposium.
To teach members of the public on how to
get into tech, most especially how to start looking into cloud computing as a skill to learn.
So we had members of the public over there, and the organizer promises that the programs will going to be interesting as they had many packages. So I don't want to say it today. I'm in Kamagajila. I'll see you again. No, we're having a program now. It's not just program. Why not the conscious program?
What they do is actually 5 minutes for
5 minutes after.
But you come late.
And we come late, it's still in between 10 to 11 now.
Because every in weekdays, every 10:50, we always have a special program that you can see a late now inside now. I won't forget because I was enjoying the conversation. It was not like Kingdom Ministry. So wait,